Owning expensive clothing can come in handy in helping you achieve a stylish look, but you really don't need to spend money to have a classy wardrobe. All you really need to do is put together timeless, versatile pieces that are of the right quality and fit well. If you are able to do this perfectly, your wardrobe can actually be as classy as that of a man that is way out of your financial league. You have probably never done this, and that's why you are watching this video in the first place, but that's not a problem. We've got you covered. This is how to build a classy wardrobe for men over 40. Number 5 is considered the holy grail of men's fashion. 1. 3 pairs of shoes. Your shoes are the foundation of any outfit, so we might as well build your wardrobe from the ground up. There are 1,000,001 shoes that the average man over 40 can own if he can afford them, and we have absolutely nothing against this. But not everyone can afford all the shoes they think they need, and this is quite okay. However, you don't need to own all the shoes in the world to look great. You simply need 3 pairs of shoes. Shocking, right? Well, as surprising as this might be, looking great has never been easier. Since there are several types of shoes in the market, you can't just head into a store and pick whatever shoes you see. You have to be strategic. Let's assume you don't have a single pair of shoes. The 3 pairs you need to get are a pair of minimalist sneakers, a pair of boots, and a pair of dress shoes. To get the best out of your minimalist sneakers, they have to be white. Furthermore, when looking to show up with a casual appearance, you should have your sneakers on. Unlike sneakers that help you look completely relaxed, if you are looking to appear just a little casual, you should go for your boots. Of course, your boots can help you look more put together, but that's not all. They also come in handy in protecting your feet against the elements. Now that you know just how to wear your sneakers and boots, the next pair of shoes you need is a pair of dress shoes. This could be a pair of lace-up shoes or a pair of loafers. At this point, the exact pair you need is dependent on what your activities are like. Dress shoes are for moments you want to look your best, and if you think they are just ideal for situations in which you have to appear formal, you definitely don't know all that they can do. You can pair your dress shoes with dress pants. You definitely know this already. However, beyond pairing them with dress pants, they can also be worn with chinos and jeans. This means you aren't limited to wearing your dress shoes with just one type of pants. So, feel free to experiment. One more thing. You could get all the value you need from shoes already mentioned if you have no plans of going to the beach. Well, if you fall into the category of men that enjoy relaxing at the beach, you can get a pair of Birkenstock slippers. 2. 3 pairs of pants. Speaking of pants, you don't need a lot to look great and have a classy wardrobe. Of course, if you have the right funds, you can own as many as you want. Nonetheless, when on a budget, you simply need 3 pairs of pants to look classy. Interesting, right? Well, you need a pair of denims, chinos, and dress pants. At this point, if you think you need lots of denim, you are wrong. You need just one. Well, since you will be wearing only one, you obviously need to go for top quality. Additionally, your denim shouldn't be overly tight, and blue color will be just perfect. After getting a pair of jeans, you need to get a pair of chinos. As much as you are free to get whatever color of chinos you think are perfect, if you must get the best out of owning just one pair of chinos, it's important that you settle for khaki color. If, for some reason, you aren't too comfortable with khaki, navy will be just fine. With your chinos and denim, you can look quite relaxed. However, when you are trying to dress up for a special occasion, a date, or an interview, or simply want to dress up because you feel good, you will need a pair of dress pants. Additionally, you can own this in grey or navy. Of course, other colors aren't quite out of place, but navy and grey are some of the easiest to pair with tops of various colors. Let's take things a step higher. 3. 8 tops. The average man 40 and above definitely has more than 8 tops. Interestingly, having several tops doesn't even mean you always look good. As a matter of fact, you can look a lot better when you don't have a lot of tops. All you really need are 8 tops. At this point, you probably think you will end up repeating your tops a lot. Well, the fact is, if you have to wear just 8 tops for a period, you might have to repeat some tops. But if you pair your outfits properly, people might hardly notice. That's not all. You can have other tops, but these 8 are compulsory. So, the first 2 tops you will need are fitted t-shirts. Of course, not every man 40 and above thinks he can get the best out of a fitted t-shirt, but that's a wrong assumption. Your wardrobe is truly not complete if you don't have a fitted t-shirt. Now, you might be tempted to settle for a graphic t-shirt. However, you will be unable to get value for your money when you settle for a graphic t-shirt. You simply need to stick to plain tees. That's not all. The best colors you should try are black and white. As much as it is really up to you to decide what color is most suitable, white and black offer a lot of versatility. Next is a crew neck. Unlike a fitted t-shirt, you don't need to be in the right physical shape to get the best out of a crew neck. They are comfortable and can blend well with the shoes, as well as the pants we spoke about. In addition to a crew neck, you need 2 smart button-down shirts. And before we say more about what you can get out of a button-down shirt, you should stick to linen for a start. You see, other materials also offer value, but it is just impossible to get it wrong with linen. Just like the crew neck, these shirts will go well with all the bottoms in this video. If you don't want to settle for a good look but want to look great, then you should be pairing your button-down shirt with a pair of dress pants. One more thing. You should get your button-down shirts in white and sky blue. The 6th top you need is a polo shirt. Unlike a button-down shirt that's great for dressing up, with a polo, you can dress down and still feel great. Additionally, polos come in as a replacement for t-shirts, especially for moments when you want to look super casual but don't want to wear something fitted. You will also need a Henley shirt and a blue chambray denim-style shirt. It is as versatile as a shirt can get and can be paired with a pair of chinos and boots or simply worn under a blazer. 4. 2 outerwear. At this point, you already have 15 clothing items that are really just basic, so you need something that can come in handy as a cloth and an accessory. In this situation, outerwear is just ideal. This might seem complicated, but you simply need a blazer and a casual jacket. With a casual jacket in mind, you can get a bomber jacket, a trucker jacket, a denim jacket, or a leather jacket. As much as it is really up to you to settle for what jacket you think suits your body and personality the most, one of the most versatile pieces of outerwear a man 40 and above can own is a trucker jacket. If you get the right trucker jacket, you could wear it for up to 10 years. Of course, not everyone is looking to wear a jacket for such a long time. However, if you fall into the category of men that do not mind wearing a jacket for a long time, then you will do just fine with a trucker jacket. For some folks, a trucker jacket is just ideal. However, if you want to take things a step further, you can get a sweater. When looking to do this, you need to select higher quality fabrics like cashmere and wool. If, for some reason, you decide to buy a couple of cheap materials when shopping for other clothing items, with sweaters, you must go for the best quality. This next item is a must-have. 5. A suit. It will be almost impossible to have a classy wardrobe if you don't have a suit. As a matter of fact, a suit is considered the holy grail of male fashion. So, as a man 40 and above, if you don't have one, you are probably not ready to look your best always. Now, the fact is the other items in your wardrobe might be great. Unfortunately, they have their limitations. There are certain events that require you to wear a suit. So, if you don't own one, it will be impossible to gain access to those events. This clearly isn't something you want. As much as you can get suits in various colors, for a start, you will need navy, black, or ash. You could start with just one. However, if you can get the 3, then nothing stops you from doing so. 6. 8 underwear. Although no one gets to see your underwear, as a man 40 and above, when looking to build a classy wardrobe, you need to give attention to your underwear in very much the same way as the outfits everyone can see. Since hygiene and comfort are 2 watchwords for anyone looking to get underwear, you should have at least 8 different pairs of underwear, and they should be a mixture of briefs, boxer briefs, and boxers. This way, you can get the right support when dressed up and also have something that keeps you comfortable when lounging at home. 7. 8 pairs of socks. People hardly talk about socks when trying to put together an outfit. However, Apart from moments when you wear footwear that doesn't require socks, the fact is you will always need a pair of socks when stepping out. Going by this, you need to own no-show socks, crew socks, and ankle socks. As beautiful as having all the already mentioned outfits can be, if you must get proper value for money, it is important that you consider fitting when shopping. If you fail at this, your wardrobe might not end up being so classy. Rather, it will just be like any other average wardrobe. Additionally, you should focus on neutral colors, as doing this will make it easy to pair any two outfits. Of course, you should have your clothes in white, black, brown, beige, charcoal, and grey. However, you don't have to stop with these colors. As soon as you have these colors in ample quantities, you can try getting outfits in other colors. Thanks for watching. Keep refining your style, and remember, confidence never goes out of fashion.